We are leaving the UK and we don't know when we'll be back.
Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Oh, and to be honest, it's not even about the travel.
What? Wait, it's not even about the travel?
Not really. For us, it started as a leap of faith, giving up life as we knew it, giving away pretty much everything we own, now living with only what we can carry on our backs. Kind of like extreme minimalism on the road. We're the kids. Yeah, it's really not easy at times. But it was never about easy.
It's a personal decision, one we know most people don't understand.
And honestly, one we find really hard to explain to people, but we are going to do our best. We were really surprised when The Sun, The Mirror,
Yorkshire Live,
The Metro, Closer magazine, when newspapers and magazines are getting in touch and asking you about your life decisions. It feels kind of strange, and of course it was a huge thing for us personally, but when it became newsworthy, I guess it made us really think about it. Oh, and CNN.
Yeah.
We've been moving from homeschooling to worldschooling, and CNN Travel got in touch and interviewed us.
So surreal, right?
Yeah, totally surreal.
Yeah.
There's something about formalising it when magazines and papers are asking you what you're doing with your life. So, I mean, that side of what we're doing has just been crazy.
Did you know 500,000 people are completely leaving the UK long-term every year?
And homeschooling is rising rapidly. Thousands more are choosing to homeschool in the UK every year. The world is changing fast. We had no idea until people started getting in touch, not just the papers, but other families really interested in what we're doing. It truly is the most amazing thing we've ever done, but it's not without its challenges, and it's not to be taken lightly. We're only 2 years into this, and we have a lot to learn.
I'm going to run through some very real pros and cons.
Very personal ones. These pros and cons are going to get pretty real, and then we'll jump into our more personal journey, leaving England and finding a new way to live, genuinely finding a new way to live as a family.
Pros. These are the pros of travelling full-time as a family. Yes, of course, you do get to see the world. We love seeing the world as a family. We love exploring together, going on big adventures, learning from new cultures, trying new things, shared experiences. We also love seeing things through their eyes. The little moments. Often the moments we can never capture on camera or even explain to anyone else. We just don't want to miss a moment. We get to spend so much time with our children whilst they are still little and cute and curious and hilarious. It's shaping us as a family. It's growing us as a family. Our children really are becoming courageous in the big things and the small things. They are becoming kinder and more compassionate. They are becoming more resilient. They are learning through experience rather than theory. Learning things that we could only teach from exploring the world together. Honestly though, the biggest thing for us as parents, and I know it's going to sound cliche, but it's the closeness. We have grown so deeply and genuinely close as a family. From the challenge of tough longer bus rides and sleeping in one room, to climbing mountains and freediving together. Traveling truly brings us closer together as a family. And through this, we are developing our own family culture.
Okay, cons.
So one thing that people might think is a con, but it's actually not, is the cost. So we have found that travelling full-time as a family, we can spend less in a month than we would living in a small house in Sheffield, running a car and shopping at Aldi.
And Aldi is budget. Okay, real cons. You will miss your loved ones, your family, your friends. That's probably the hardest part.
No structure. You have to completely create your own, juggling everything from schooling, work, play, family time, travel.
No school. You have to learn to educate your own children. Which is awesome, and we genuinely love it, but my goodness, it is challenging. The important thing is we love it. The more important thing is that the kids love it.
No guaranteed work, no guaranteed wage. And that's really hard as a guy. I actually chose to step out of a job, and a really good job that I loved. We set off, we knew that we had to be more open than we'd ever been in our lives to whatever we felt called into, whether it's a community, a mission, just
anything.
Yeah, anything, seriously.
There was no point in doing this if we weren't going to be truly open as a family to whatever we could be called into.
So we had the season when we travelled, we prayed, we travelled, we prayed, just working out what it was all about for us as a family.
Jumping forward work-wise to about last year, we felt at peace with focusing on two things. Okay, your website.
Okay, so we got to a place where we felt right to start building a website. Totally strategic, info-giving, built in such a way that it would become an income. We just asked God to bless it. We prayed for God to bless the website, and since then
doing that.
Yeah, and it has just grown and grown and grown, and it's fast becoming an income. So I just feel so grateful and so blessed for that. And Emma, despite working on social media years ago as our main online income, now no strategy, just purely from the heart. Yes. We've got YouTube.
Yes, which is why Pete is working strategically on the website, and that leaves this space for us to make our YouTube a genuine, authentic, wholesome, space to share our journey with you. There's so much talk around authenticity, and yes, we want to be authentic with you, but we also want to be authentic around our children. So it's so important that we establish who we are as a family behind the scenes before we get a camera out. My real job, first and foremost, is being mama to Hudson, Darian, and Florence. So essentially, I'm just another mummy making home videos, except the world is our home.
As we journey as a family, we have a deepening peace about what we are doing. We are creating space to be a family in a way that is true to us. For us, we love being around each other as we learn and work and play and explore. It's not all easy, but we love how travel challenges us and grows us as individuals and as a family.
Honestly, the travel is kind of secondary to us now. It genuinely has become about the quality time we get together as a family. Okay, what is happening right now? We are just coming out of a season of living in England
with the most kind, inspirational, loving couple
who let us stay with them during one of the most challenging and vulnerable seasons of our life ever.
Yeah.
But Florence is now here, happy. Yeah, you're happy.
Strong.
Happy, strong, healthy, beautiful, amazing. It's just so loved her.
She's ready for adventures, and
yes.
Emma is recovering well.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Seriously, what a journey. I don't know if it's just me, but there's something about being pregnant and having a new baby that just makes you feel so vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's Mama's hair.
So now all we have to do is try and work out how to travel as a family of 5. We are heading east. Hey. Yeah. So we are heading east, step by step by step.
It's been an intense season of preparation, making sure we take care of the big things and the small things. We have worked out how to still backpack with only one check-in for the whole family. As a family of 5, that might just be our biggest flex.
Our first flight as a family of 5. What a beautiful journey. The kids were super excited to be on a plane again. And, well, I'm not sure what Florence makes of any of it. I think she just likes being around her family. Though, even at this age, she seems to have her own way of taking it in.
Sink me deep into the ocean, so I finally can breathe. I was never the one to fall.
This is the moment we landed in Israel. We arrived in Tel Aviv exhausted but excited. It was a very hot evening. We took a rather impressive double-decker fast train to Jerusalem. Hopped on a very local downtown bus and all bunked into one very budget room. We grabbed a few hours sleep and then, too excited to wait anymore, we jumped up and set out to explore the old city of Jerusalem. There is something deeply special about this place. We had fun exploring and finding a local breakfast. Wherever we are in the world, we love a good market. But this is different. As we wandered through the streets, we realized we were starting to follow the path Jesus walked on his way to his crucifixion. In a moment, it just became so deeply real. For us, it wasn't about getting caught up in the technicalities, specific claims, politics, or tourism. We were just grateful to walk around any street Jesus may have walked upon. Wow, it's been an adventure. When you read the Bible and you see the place names and like all these famous stories, and then suddenly like, oh, that was there. I was there.
It just becomes so real, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like kind of real and surreal. I feel like going, it's life-changing sounds like really dramatic, but
it really is.
I think it really is, and for us as a family, it really has been quite defining and deeply special. From visiting the birthplace of Jesus, to walking the streets he walked, to immersing in the Jordan River where he was baptized, to just eating food like he would have eaten. It was a very precious and defining time for us as a family. One we are deeply grateful for and will never forget. I think it was one of our, well, for me, I think it's like truly one of my favourite adventures ever.
Yeah, I'd second that.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. So deeply defining and inspirational for us as a family. Israel with my kids.
We want to be so intentional in our own faith, and we also want to be very genuine and intentional in how we disciple our children. Though holy, Jerusalem is also a lot of fun for kids. Super friendly, loving locals. Lots of interesting treats. Beautiful fresh juices. Amazing local food. We took them to see and connect with the Western Wall.
In all things, you're working it out, working it out. In all things.
Wandered around a very beautiful, deeply moving garden tomb. We splashed and waded through a 500-meter long water tunnel. We even got to take our children to Bethlehem. Absolute magic for the kids to see this place firsthand. And we stopped for juice and very legit Bethlehem Starbucks coffee. It was actually a great coffee. Wow, we are really doing this. We are traveling full time as a family of 5.
And we really don't care where we go as long as we're together.
That is genuinely what so much of this has become about. Honestly, we have a lot to learn. Nervous about how we're going to capture it, excited.
Honestly, I can't even picture how we're going to look after 3 kids and somehow capture it.
One thing we've learned to do that kind of works for us now is to treat the camera as an extra friend, because we know we have a community behind the camera. Okay, that probably sounds really strange, but the idea is it keeps everything real and we just bring the camera along into the adventure on the go, the big moments and the small moments. Sincerely, thank you. We could never have imagined such an amazing community like you when we started this, genuinely joining us on our journey. We will do our best in amongst the chaos and all the unknown to keep bringing you into our family as we truly, genuinely work out a new way to live as a family.